Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are in land grab mode here, although we're reaching the end of land grab mode, and that is great. I mean, we've got a lot of territory to settle here, don't get me wrong, but we're going to be blocking off a lot of AI from a lot of directions quite soon, and that's exactly what we want. Unfortunately, the Rontor sect are absolute jerks down here, and leapfrogged the Iostars system for extra influence cost to take a full from us. Very rude. Very rude. But ultimately, I don't really care. I mean, we'll take that eventually. Not a big deal. We do need to finish up our constructions over here and continue pushing this direction. We also need to take whatever we can up here. We really do need a science ship up here for surveying some of these, though. And this science ship is nowhere nearby, so that's okay. We're going to continue going over this way for now. And this construction ship is, of course, just chilling. Our science ship up here was, of course, destroyed, and really, we probably should make a new one. Let's go ahead and do that. A Tyrant of Fire class science ship. Sounds great to me. Our capital does have an unemployment right now. We're capped on minerals currently. Artisans turn minerals into consumer goods. But because we turn food into alloys, industrial districts aren't going to help that much. But we'll make a few. That'll be fine. And this science ship should really make its way up over this direction and start working on this area. So we're going to come up here and survey. Sounds great. We're at 51 influence right now, and we'll arrive over here in a few months.
Ever stronger.
I do feel like this is higher priority than Strom, so let's go ahead and queue up the starbase immediately. Beautiful. Now, this construction ship, when it comes back, we're just going to not, we're going to get rid of it, I think. Our artificial moral codes are done, so let's go ahead and do, naval cap would be pretty decent, but terraforming is super important for us right now. So we are going to get started on that technology. I'm super glad that that has come available already. So this is a scientist, and we're going to send him up over to Ulm to survey. We can see that the Space Elves took this system. That's okay. They can do that. 4 gas giants enshrouded by a vast plasma shield share a close orbit around the Tiana Vex system's primary. The charged plasma field extends well into the atmospheres of these gas giants, and this unique environment serves as a breeding ground for a large number of spacefaring organisms. These organisms are all minuscule, with one notable exception: the massive Tiyanki. This system must be where they originally evolved hundreds of millions of years ago, before they ranged deeper into the galaxy. Given the extremely rare properties of the system's plasma field, this is likely the only place in the galaxy where the Tiyanki can reproduce. Cool! I don't think we've ever found the Tiyanki home system before. That's neat. I like that a lot. So we need more influence, there's no doubt about that. Soon enough, we're going to go down to 2 construction ships. As soon as this one is back, we're going to go down to 3. That's for sure. I do want to grab Strom soon, but Holden is a higher priority. We want to grab that as soon as we can. However, we are successfully cutting off the Destikins from this constellation here, and that's absolutely fantastic. We're very, very pleased to see that. Planetary FTL inhibitors and Starbase FTL inhibitors, always great. Automatic surveying at this point is something that's probably a pretty decent idea. We're going to go ahead and grab that. I mean, it's not hugely important. It's just a nice quality of life sort of thing. We're going to build mining stations and head over into Holden. And Holden is our next target in terms of systems to take. This construction ship is, of course, just chilling out here, as is this one. And this science ship... The United Teesru Confederation is over here. They're right there. Ah, I see. It connects in over here. Got it. We're going to continue heading over this way. We would love to take this. 24 society research, that would be amazing. It's a long ways away from our borders right now. So, odds are a little low, that's for sure. But Strom, honestly, I feel like we take Strom and then kind of just give up on everything else up over in this area. So let's actually come over here and, you know what? This guy's an archaeologist. I was thinking about maybe having him just start doing anomalies. I think for now we're going to continue surveying this area here. Ooh. An extremely powerful subspace entity of some kind has been encountered in the Hotram system. It does not appear hostile and may not even be fully aware of conventional spacecraft, but its mere presence in Hotram is causing massive subspace disturbances in the entire system. These disturbances are localized around the entity itself and should disappear when it leaves the system. While it does not acknowledge hails, the entity is continuously emitting a complex pattern of tachyon pulses, which appears to be a form of language. Wow, that syntax shocked me for a moment there. I was just utterly stunned, and I don't know why, because it's very standard syntax. If our translation software is correct, it is saying over and over, Vlur seeks, Vlur finds. This will interfere with ship systems. Where is the Hotram system?
We grow
okay.
ever stronger.
Sure. We're unlikely to get that. Okay, sounds good. So at this point, I think we take Strom, and then we give both of these systems to the Space Elves. We yield those. So that'll be fine. Actually, I should have built in Holden first.
A system has been
but that's
charted.
okay. We may or may not win against the ancient mining drones here. We'll see. The Consolidated Natroxy Suns, huh? Cool. We all have much to learn, I'm sure.
Fleet engaged. Give them a broadside.
Okay, let's see how this goes. We've lost a ship, but so have they. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're not shocked that we're losing ships here. We're also not necessarily shocked that we're just straight up losing. But we'll chunk them down a little bit, and that's fine. Cool. So we'll go ahead and retreat. That is completely okay. We don't mind that. We are going to build in Holden as soon as we can, and we are also going to want to start building 9 new Corvettes. Do we have new tech for our Corvettes? Yeah, we have a better power plant and chemical thrusters, so that would be nice. We could put in a reactor booster as well. That'll net us a little bit more evasion, and that's fine. So we'll want to queue up 9 of those. And we'll do that like so. We'll queue up to number 8, because remember, this is 0 indexed. So that is fine. Excellent. Those aren't tremendously improved, but we're not really focused on that at this time. So this construction ship, we should definitely disband. There we go. We're definitely building in Holden next. And I actually want this science ship to come up here and survey these. Once it's done over here, that will be just fine. So we're lacking 14 influence for taking Holden. I'm actually shocked they haven't taken this themselves. But that's okay. So we now know largely what our borders are going to be. Ah, they might not actually take Ulm because of that mining core there. We might be able to get our hands on that. We'll see. It's not a huge priority, though. We're going to have enough influence on this next month tick to build this, which is right now. Build that. Beautiful. Okay. So, at this point, I'm going to disband this construction ship. There we go. And we're going to head up over this way to do surveying. Cool. So we're now down to 2 construction ships. because we're basically done with our land grab, other than heading down this way. Now, the Space Elves may actually cut us off in Doria. If they do, I'm going to be slightly upset, but it's not the end of the world. We should definitely prioritize building out over here, seeing if we can take Doria. It'd be annoying if we couldn't, but not the end of the world. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully we'll be able to make our way out there. That's actually a really solid ocean world down here. So that's neat. There's still a lot of territory over here for us to take, and that is completely fine. And with us researching terraforming, we're going to be able to get a lot of these settled, which is good. We need that. Tadaska Prime has a job that is needing to be done. Okay. Or rather, an unemployment here. And what do we want? Probably an agriculture district. There we go. Sounds good. Our construction ship in Holden will build a research station, and then we'll move down to Delta Pavonis. And this construction ship over here, this is now where all of our influence is earmarked. So that'll be fine. Ah, this is actually the United Teezeru over here. This is not the Space Elves. Yeah, they are a different color. I see that now.
Anomalous space-time continuum.
A small cargo pod has been left to drift in space above this gas giant. It has been captured by the planet's gravity well and will eventually be pulled into its atmosphere. We can actually go ahead and research these at this point. So we'll do that. We're not in any hurry to do the stuff in here. That's completely fine. We're going to have enough influence in just 2-month ticks here. And here goes 1-month tick. What is our current mandate? Building mining stations. Okay, cool. Once damp Southern Horn got close enough to scan the cargo pod, it was assumed that the sensors were malfunctioning. The pod is built out of the exact same bioalloy we ourselves use for spacebound structures. The likelihood that some alien beings would come up with this exact mixture is beyond unlikely. Yet after recalibrating the scanners, the same results appeared. Upon opening the pod, the only thing greeting us was a collection of documents detailing exactly where we should assign each of our scientists, and that they should study for 10 years forward. Haven't seen this event before. We could just take 100 influence. Or 5% research speed for 10 years. Honestly, I think right now the influence is more valuable. That allows us to immediately start working our way down this way.
We grow ever stronger.
And I'm very, very interested in immediately working our way down this way. If we can get access to this, that would be amazing. We don't have to have it, but it would be a really, really good bonus for us. So we're going to make our way up over... Actually, I want to see if this connects to anything over here. I don't think we're going to see anything from this angle, but we'll see. The Kelazon Republic has heard about us. Okay, cool. Greetings to you and your oddkin. We're heading into Delta Pavonis over here. This all seems to be reasonably fine. We've got solid borders over here now, and I'm quite pleased with that. Unfortunately, our ships aren't back just yet. They will be back soon, though. Our replacement ships are ready to be moved in, so that's fantastic. We'll build our mining stations and then build a starbase in Atlas. We're going to keep just building constantly out this way. We need to get out there relatively quickly. I'm not too interested necessarily in building in Delta Pavonis. The Magistrate of the Six was just destroyed. Ah. Well, that'll do it. Okay. So there's some hostiles over there. Interesting.
Research complete.
We're going to need another science chip for sure. A small cargo pod has been left to drift in space above this gas giant. It has been captured by the planet's gravity well and will eventually be pulled into its atmosphere. Well, we'll look into that. And our capital here does require yet another job. And so I'm going to honestly put in an industrial district. We need to use up more minerals if we can. Automatic surveying has been unlocked, and we can go for physics research from researchers. That will be fantastic. I want to get another science ship out. Tyrant of Fire class. We'll get these grouped together and get these guys upgraded to the latest version. Excellent. How are things going over here in Forstro? That mining station is almost done constructing. Excellent. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Lyceria 5 long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the damp Southern Horn unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. So we can get an artifact, we can get society research, energy credits, or alloys. I would prefer influence, but we'll take the alloys. I am going to, I think, go ahead and build a starbase in Delta Pavonis. Since we have a decent chunk of influence right now, we do have our Atlas starbase already queued up. So that's fine. As long as this construction ship is just constantly building, that's what we want. This science ship is going to need a new scientist, and we will do, like, this one. Okay. We need to continue surveying out over here, but for now, I think because this is carefree, we're just going to have him come over this way and start working on some of this stuff. Excellent. Just clean up some of these anomalies. There are many of them. We left a lot of anomalies behind. And that was on purpose, so that we could get as much discovery as possible. So that is great. Our fleet is ready to go, and we're going to send it out over here to fight these mining drones again. That'll be just fine. No problems whatsoever at this exact moment. I mean, I'm a little miffed at a full, that's for sure. But whatever. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen to us in Doria. Well, it wouldn't, because they do exist right here. So we do want to push down to Doria as soon as we can. That'll be okay. We're going to pull this science ship up over this direction at this point. We're going to have them come over here.
We grow ever stronger.
A natural wormhole up here. Interesting. Well, we will build our mining stations and then build our starbase in Zanbor. In Delta Pavonis, of course, we'll build our research and mining stations. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We should probably consider, since we have a surplus of alloys, we should consider fortifying our borders a little bit, and that is definitely something that we're going to do. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Themisto 3A. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miner it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Cool. Okay, so, borders. Let's go ahead and start working on getting some defensive stations online. On these borders here, in Holden for sure. We're definitely going to build one in Shukan. And one in Strom. One in Devasa. And one in Kimithar. We don't yet know where our final border over here is going to be. Actually, we do. It's going to be in Zanbor. No, it isn't. Hang on. Hang on a moment. We can still squeak our way through here and cut them off because of this connection. But we have to move fast. I'm going to allow this mining station to finish. But now we can't wait anymore. We're just going to build the starbase. We need to survey this immediately. Survey that system. Get in here. We'll see how that ends up going. We may yet get cut off up here. If that's the case, I mean, we do have a good amount of territory, so that's not too shabby. Like, you look at that. That's a sizable chunk of the galaxy. Not too bad. Not ideal, but not too bad. And we've got that great wound as well, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and take our Empire Sprawl reduction right now. Excellent. Drops down our Empire Sprawl a little bit. Always a good thing. The Slurpenoids want some tribute. Honestly, we have so many minerals. We don't care. You can have 1,000 minerals. Like, it doesn't matter to us. Completely and totally irrelevant. Does not matter in the slightest. Having decrypted the signal, Bodasakin was astonished to discover it was broadcasting in an archaic form of one of the main Pictling languages. Speaking in these and thous and whenceforths, it appears to be reciting one of the lost works of Henipoles, a renowned Pictling playwright who lived some 600 years ago. It appears that the broadcasting device, a simple satellite dish protected by a small shelter, is the only non-natural structure on the planet. There's no hint as to who left it there or why, but going by the wear and tear on evidence, it must have been there since shortly after the play was first written, long before the Pictlings learned the secret of space travel. We can only assume it was left there by ancient visitors to Hearthsea who took a liking to the play and decided to pay our species a strange and unexpected tribute. Monthly Unity and Citizen Pop Happiness, or 80 Influence. We will take the influence, thank you. So, unfortunately we don't have this system surveyed, and it's going to be a while before we get here. Like, quite a long while. So that is potentially problematic. In fact, we probably have time to go back and build the mining stations over here, and then build the research station over here. This not being surveyed may well lead to us getting cut off over here. If that's the case, it's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. More xenophilic? Sure. And this science chip, can we do automatic survey now? We can. Okay, go ahead and automatic survey. That's completely fine. Okay, we see that there's a natural wormhole there at this point. That's great. Then we're going to come back. Oh, the Great Regarian Empire. Sure, hegemonic imperialists. What could go wrong? We're going to build research stations in Zanbor. And apparently, unplugged my monitor that is, that has my recording on it, has OBS on it. Fantastic! That's working again now, though. So all is good, and looks like the recording didn't break. I mean, it shouldn't have, so all is fantastic. We do have lots of alloys, of course. Our miner mandate has been fulfilled, and these are going to continue to be upgraded soon enough. Where is this? Ah, yes. So we are doing battle with these miners. Now, we're really bad at battle at this point. We put almost no effort into battle. So there's that. That's okay. We will get there. Excellent. These guys are good to go. And now they're going to head up over here. And this could be a problem. We'll see. We're not going to repair in between. All of our star bases just finished their construction queue. Great. We can't upgrade it further, but what we can do is we can do gun, missile, target uplink computer for all of these. Gun, missile, target uplink computer. Excellent. So that is the current goal. We're going to get our defenses set up a little bit in hopes that we don't need to use them. That is always the plan for these sorts of defenses. You invest in them, and hopefully it never becomes a thing. Okay, there's all that good to go. How are we doing against these drones? Now, we previously weakened these drones, and it actually looks like we're fine. Our scientists have discovered something rather monstrous. The mountain range they scanned earlier was actually the outer membrane of a gigantic egg. It's uncertain what behemoth could lay such an egg and what horror would hatch from it. We're going to study it from afar. What could possibly go wrong? We've detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon on the edge of the Dristmax system. That's this over here. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in our galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds, if it could somehow be stabilized. Indeed. We're going to move into Dristmac as soon as we are done surveying this. Oh, that's a lot of surveying to do. As soon as we're done surveying this, we're going to take Dristmac. We're hoping that they don't take Birkenmar. That is the current goal. And we're going to go over here. We do have plenty of influence, so we're going to grab that location. And we're also going to go repair and reinforce our fleet. Excellent. And with that, it is time, once again, to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will find out if we're cut off over here or not. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.